In life, there will always be a difficult path to walk. Complaining is useless because time will not stop for you. Crying is pointless because no one will replace you. If you retreat, many people will laugh at you. But if you keep moving forward, then there will be a chance to prove yourself. Believe that no drop of sweat is wasted in this life. Don't forget the people who have helped you. Don't abandon those who have accompanied you, and don't hurt those who love you. No matter how hard life is, never lose your self-respect, and no matter how wealthy you become, never look down on others. Be someone who doesn't hurt others, doesn't lie to others, and doesn't blame others. A heart that is hurt is difficult to heal. It's hard to rebuild what has been broken, and lost true love is hard to find again. Don't let pressure in life make you incapable of bearing the burden. Don't feel gloomy or hopeless just because of a little uncertainty in the future. Don't let a small failure make you feel like everything has fallen apart. In this life, there is no mistake we must go through, no suffering we must face, no wall we must pass, nor a trap we must avoid. Stay strong and endure difficult times, and after passing them, believe that good fortune will come on its own. People who pray aren't necessarily good. Those who beg aren't necessarily poor. Those who always agree with you aren't necessarily kind. And those who wear clothes aren't always human. In everything, don't just look at the surface. No matter how rich you are, you can't buy a sunset. And being poor doesn't mean there is no future. You won't know whether a river is deep or shallow until you try. Similarly, you won't know if a person is good or bad until you get to know them. Everyone may appear good on the outside, but that doesn't guarantee a good heart. Life is short. Don't make it harder for yourself. Let go of what needs to be let go of, discard what needs to be discarded, and forget what needs to be forgotten. Instead of drowning in memories and not letting go, it's better to live well in the present and wait for time to heal everything. There are 3 things that shouldn't be laughed at. Laughing at others for being poor, laughing at others for being foolish, and laughing at others for being weak. 3 things should not be said. Don't say you are poor, don't say you are miserable, and don't say you are too tired. 3 things should not be fought over. Don't argue when you're poor, don't argue when you're facing problems, and don't argue when you're angry. When these 3 things can be done, good fortune will come on its own. We must pay more attention to these 4 types of karma. First, when we are often angry, over time we will have more illnesses. Second, when we often complain, worries will increase over time. Third, when we like to do good deeds and give charity, your helpers will increase. And fourth, when we often feel grateful, we will gain much happiness. Actually, all the suffering and worries in our lives stem from within our hearts. Doing one good deed every day will result in 300 good deeds in a year. And only by accumulating these deeds can good fortune come throughout your life. When meeting others, don't talk too much. Restrain yourself from getting involved in other people's problems. Take care of yourself wisely and do what you should. Opening your mouth can bring disaster, while silence is a blessing. Always watch your words when with others, and guard your heart when you are alone. The human heart must be calm. Talking too much is not good, so be cautious in speech. Always try to reflect on yourself and strive to always be in the right position. Deep water and strong winds can be dangerous if you are not capable. So don't talk too much and always do your work well. Never betray others. Anger is like a tiger, while calmness is like water. Truly great people Release their emotions because emotions are like demons in the heart. If you don't control them, they will consume you. Have stable emotions because that is a sign of someone who is in control. Such a person has strength and broad understanding, does not fuss over small things, and is not burdened by large problems. When you're angry, don't speak. When you're angry, don't make decisions. These 8 words will describe your life. Suffering is what makes life real. Fatigue is what makes work real. Unpredictability is what makes destiny real. Patience is what makes self-cultivation real. Tolerance is what makes wisdom real. Calmness is what makes self-development real. Giving is what makes gaining real. And doing is what makes possessing real. Never say, "I have no money," while you are making money. Never say, "Money is hard to earn," because if you know how, it will be easy. Never say, "I'm so unlucky there," but instead say, "This is my best lesson." Never say, "I can't," but instead say, "How can I change to make it possible?" Don't say, "I'm very upset," but instead say, "Life is a process of maturation." In this way, your fortune will improve day by day. A poor person says, "Having money is happiness." A blind person says, "Seeing the light is happiness." A beggar says, "A full stomach is happiness." And he says, "Having you is happiness." After everyone gets what they want, do they still feel happy? True happiness is about feeling content, but the human heart finds it hard to feel satisfied, hard to be fulfilled. When poor, don't lose your self-respect. When rich, don't lose your conscience. When smooth, always be wary of traps. When difficult, don't lose faith. When victorious, stay humble. And when defeated, keep your courage. Remember that in this world, there is nothing outside you that you can rely on. Don't rely on external strength. If you pray to the sky will not answer. If you pray to the earth will not move. And even if you pray to humans, they won't care. So who will care about your life? Pray to yourself. Change and improve yourself, starting now. No matter what you do, take everything step by step. This is the nature of truth, and nothing will ever go wrong. It's really hard to be a human. Being a good person can sometimes lead to being taken advantage of by others. Being an honest person can sometimes result in being oppressed by others. When life is good, people envy you. When life is hard, people mock you. If you care too much, people say you're cunning. If you care too little, people say you don't care. Sometimes, even when we do our best, some people still don't like us. Even with much sacrifice, not everyone will appreciate it. It's really hard to be human. Just be yourself, let people say what they want, and keep your spirit up as you live your life.